I'll tell you when it's on. Right, it's actually broadcasting now, so if you kind of refresh, you should probably see Skype 2 up there.
Oh yeah, refresh automatically actually.
Okay.
Should I play it?
Yeah, you can press play and.
This is Spreaker Web Radio.
Okay, so this is from my mobile. Okay, you're going to get feedback now, so I'm going to go next door, and you can talk to Teresa.
Is that you, Ollie?
Okay, right. I'm now in the bedroom, and it's quiet, and I'm just speaking into the microphone, which I've just put down on the bed here actually now. So unfortunately, this is probably being broadcast over Twitter and Facebook because I haven't sorted that out quite yet, and I don't really want to do that for my tests. But there you go. That's what we're doing right now. Very embarrassing. So this is just the quality of the built-in mic in a room. I don't know. What I've done a test for is playing Spotify through it. That worked well. And what we need to do is a test to take this sound feed into someone who's got Spreaker and a studio set up, who can then mix from live to pre-recorded or from several different live sort of streams. And that's got to be the technical thing that I've got to set out with Arthur and probably Holly. If she's going to set up a studio at her place or come in here, she needs to learn how to do it as well over the weekend. What I'm going to talk about now, a little bit for about another 2-3 minutes here. I can't hear you guys, so sorry, it's going to be a monologue. What I am going to, by the way, I mean, there might be a variety of ways we can have a dialogue in this situation. I can probably have a second mobile and have earphones, and people can talk to me, and then I can talk back. I don't know. We can sort that out. But what I'm going to do is talk a bit about. I forgot what I was going to talk about now, to tell you the truth. What I'm going to do in a minute is go outside and test the quality on 3G. I remember what I'll talk about to say something interesting. So what I want to do is talk a bit about the content of the radio show. So what we're going to do is have someone in the studio who's going to be doing as long a set as they can do, and then cutting to the live performances in the different spaces. The second thing, other than the live music and the busking, not allowed to use the word busking, but the live acoustic performances in the cafes and in outdoor spaces as well. For instance, maybe outside the art gallery, maybe on the Parkland Walk I talked about, maybe in the Blackstock greenhouse, maybe in the ecology centre. We're going to try and dot some of these outdoor spaces and some kind of terraces in some of the cafes. So there's a terrace it's called Mike's Cafe, which is on Finsbury Park Station. There's a terrace on the Lerif Moroccan Cafe, which is really nice as well. There's the back garden of Good for Food on Blackstock Road. So these places are outdoor spaces that might be good for acoustic acts as well as the indoor spaces. So apart from those music and live music elements, we are going to have some radio talks and conversations. And one way that can work is as simple as using this mobile phone, although I'm going to tomorrow get a better microphone for recording that, where we have a table in a cafe or a table in one of the outdoor spaces, a table in the greenhouse, which we have a conversation. So I think Dash, a friend of mine, and Maximilian They're both artists. Probably going to do a talk with me and this local shop to do with growing food, but particularly using the water from fish tanks dripping into growing of cabbages and vegetables. It's called aquaponics. So we'll have a discussion about local food growing and the sorts of systems we can use, and maybe do a 20-minute or a 40-minute, we'll see, discussion in a cafe as a radio show. I think the idea of keeping all these shows quite short, 20 minutes, I think, is a good time for both the a maximum for the acoustic acts at a go. Shorter is even better, and same for the conversations. So.
I can't hear you in the living room anymore.
Sorry?
I can't hear you in the living room anymore.
That's all right. I think that's probably all right. But that's just. I'm hoping you guys should still be able to hear me. So, yeah, that's how the radio should work. In terms of, we will be organising, similarly to the acoustic acts, several kind of talk shows, basically. So anyone who wants to do, Holly, if you want to do a talk show, for instance, you can be able to borrow the mobile or borrow a laptop, take it to a space that's programmed in, and just have a discussion. It can be just a private discussion with a few people around a table in a cafe with invited guests only, or it can be a more public discussion, let's say in the greenhouse space, where we invite the audience, and it's on a bigger scale. But there should be 3 or 4. There should be several conversations recorded, and on the Saturday and the Sunday in the greenhouse space there are going to be a number of events and talks, so we'll be covering them as well. And at the moment we're going out to several people to ask them to cover different topics. So for instance, a friend of ours, Marisol, we're asking to maybe talk about, because she's Spanish and South American, to talk about the yeah, I'm just going to do that now. I can just about hear you.